I sit and think about successful companies, many come to mind, such as Sony, Apple, Nissan, Chevy, Samsung. Great companies such as these come to mind. But when it came to choosing our Unreal Atlanta project, one company caught my eye right away: Ford Company. When you hear the name Ford, you automatically think of the prestigious car company. Some may also think of the fact that they once had an assembly plant in Atlanta. Seeing as I am not a native of Atlanta, I was very curious to find out more information about the plant that was once the headquarters for the Southeast. My initial thought, of course, was how cool would it be to visit the place where Model Ts were built, and how amazing it would be to see a piece of history. However, that could not happen. I know many people don't give much thought to this, but I find it somewhat remarkable to discover and learn pieces of history. The Ford factory was constructed in 1914 and designed by architect John Graham, Ford's supervising architect. The factory was very successful, producing more than 22,000 cars. The Atlanta location also served as the headquarters for the Southeast, representing more than 4 states. The factory stood firm until 1942, when the building was purchased by the War Department of the Army. The building was then used as an induction, examination, and separation center until 1978. It also served as the storage facility for the Air Force. Ford Factory Square Associates purchased the building in 1982 and renovated the building to transform it into lofts containing 122 apartments that sit above 30,000 square feet of retail space. The retail space is taken up by a Kroger, nail salon, a galore of restaurants, and other businesses. Ah, the classic noise of the busy city life. This is what comes to mind when I think of what now resides in the place of this historic park. Due to the Army's department takeover, Ford had to find a new home to produce cars for the Southeast. The plant was relocated to Hapeville, Georgia in 1947. The Ford factory brought life to Hapeville, bringing one of the first big businesses into this location and creating more than 4,200 jobs in the factory. Hapeville is also the home to the first Chick-fil-A restaurant, which I thought was very interesting. This location was proven to be quite successful and efficient as well. It was one of the first locations to manufacture the Ford Taurus before it was taken off the market. The Hapeville location was actually among the oldest of the Ford's 19 North American assembly plants. This may seem like nothing, but how interesting is it that this was the location that produced some of the world's most reliable vehicles when cars were first being used? Even though the Hapeville location had become the new commodity, the economy took its toll on everyone. Unfortunately, Ford had to close down this location along with several others around the U.S. Closing down these factories eliminated thousands of jobs due to the fact that they needed to make up for financial losses resulting from the previous year. According to Governor Sonny Perdue, market forces beyond the control of the government has caused it to succumb. This revelation, of course, devastated many, but became the light at the end of the tunnel for another company, Jacoby Development. Jacoby Development is a company that focuses on sustaining environment while also focusing on real estate, biotechnology, and education. Their plans are to turn the area into an aerotropolis and bring tens and thousands of jobs. Jacoby estimates the completion of the project to be in 2025 and estimated the total cost to be at $1 billion. The chairman and CEO of Jacoby is proud to be redeveloping the old Ford assembly plant, stating, "Just as the Ford assembly plant has been an economic engine for the region for more than half a century, this redevelopment will build on the powerful economic engine that is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport." Although Ford no longer has a home in Atlanta, it will always have a spiritual place in the city and remain a great piece of history.